Chang'e, one day I'll tear you to pieces and make sure you never find peace. Lianer *** stood by, watching everything unfold, her heart in turmoil. A moment later, Gu Chang'e got up to leave. *** Ji Jiao *** has given her instructions, so I won't stay any longer. King of Chaos Suppression replied, farewell, young Master Chang'e. Safe travels. So the legacy of the killing emperor has indeed fallen into your hands. Lianer asked, so this was your real objective all along? Gu Chang'e smiled indifferently. I can release your junior brother and your father, and even make the demon realm stop hunting him. The condition is. Lianer asked, you want the brocade pouch? Gu Chang'e replied, actually, I'm more interested in you. I have to say, the artwork in this story is truly delightful, the visuals alone are striking, hee. Gu Chang'e said, compared to the brocade pouch, I'm more interested in Lady Bai Lian. Oh, don't misunderstand, I mean, rather than the pouch, I'd much prefer you and that Spring Wind Jade Tower behind you to work for me. Then, Gu Chang'e turned and called out, Luotian, make some tea for Lady Bai Lian. Hiding behind the table, Luotian angrily stood up and shouted, do you really take me for a maid? Bai Lianer was somewhat surprised. She's Princess Jiang Luotian of the Taishu God clan, how did she end up as Gu Chang'e's servant? But Gu Chang'e paid her no mind and got straight to the point. Alright, now you can hand over the brocade pouch. Bai Lianer sneered coldly. Humph, weren't you just pretending not to care about it? Hearing this, Gu Chang'e flashed a brilliant smile, just to cover up his embarrassment, then continued, the situation has changed. Now that we're in the same boat, what reason do you have not to hand it over? Bai Lianer replied, if I hand it over to you, I'll have no bargaining chips left. What if you turn on us and kill us immediately? Gu Chang'e clutched his stomach and laughed heartily, ha ha ha. Bargaining chips. From the moment you faced me, you no longer had any bargaining chips. If I wanted to kill you, nothing and no one could protect you. But don't worry. Since you, Miss Bai Lian, understand the current situation so well, I won't bother deceiving you. With that, Gu Chang'e loosened his grip and let Tai Chu go. Bai Lianer was utterly shocked, thinking, this Gu Chang'e is indeed domineering and cunning. Then she asked, when will you release my father? Gu Chang'e smiled and said, no need to rush. Before that, you need to do something for me first. Bai Lianer thought, as expected, it won't be that simple. This guy is an old fox. Then she asked, what is it? Gu Chang'e replied, I need you to find proof, by any means necessary, that Jun Fan is plotting to assassinate Ji Jiao. Upon hearing this, Bai Lianer's heart trembled. She knew that this sly Gu Chang'e had already seen through everything. The scene shifted to Empress Ji Jiao's side, where a maid reported, Your Majesty, King Pingchuan has led his army to campaign against Jun Ruoshi. It is said that this was arranged by young Master Chang'e in your name. Ji Jiao said, that's not important. I already know. But in her heart, she wondered, what exactly is he scheming? Jun Ruoshi's cultivation is unfathomable. In these 6,000 years, she and I have never interfered with each other. Then she asked, by the way, Jun Fan followed his father into battle, didn't he? The maid replied, yes, Jun Fan was even personally named by young Master Chang'e. Ji Jiao pondered, as I thought, Gu Chang'e keeps reminding me intentionally or unintentionally. Could Jun Fan really be Jun Bufan? At first, I thought. He came to help me, but thinking carefully, who rules the demon realm means nothing to him. His reason for coming here must be far beyond that. The scene shifted back to Gu Chang'e, who had already obtained the brocade pouch. He smiled warmly yet profoundly, saying, this brocade pouch looks ordinary, yet it contains a terrifying restriction. Could it have been left specifically for Jun Bufan? Aside from him, even other great cultivators likely wouldn't be able to open it. But too bad, I'm not just anyone. I'm a Superman. With that, Gu Chang'e took out a porcelain bottle and released its aura. He mused, let's see if your restriction can withstand my supreme treasure, the Tao of the treasure vase. Then, the aura surged toward the brocade pouch. Sure enough, the restriction on the pouch's exterior was broken. Immediately, an immense surge of energy burst forth from within. Gu Chang'e's eyes widened in shock. Then, boom! 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 A series of deafening explosions echoed throughout the great hall, shaking everything around. A hazy mist emerged all around, seemingly carrying an ancient message. Gu Chang'e was astonished, thinking, without the help of the Tao of the treasure vase, this commotion. Is this a glimpse of the world's origin, or is it an ongoing transformation? The demon realm is striving to evolve into a higher-tier world. Could this be the true reason for the disappearance of the 6 emperors? Were they trying to use the demon realm's evolution as a chance to break through to the immortal realm? Normally, when a world evolves, some of its energy leaks, yet the great sects of the upper realms have noticed nothing. The 6 emperors must have worked together to conceal this secret. Logically, the demon realm's fate should never have allowed 6 beings to attain Taohood. This alone is unnatural. This plan must have begun long ago. A grand game that shakes the ancient and modern eras, where the demon realm is the chessboard, and all living beings are the pieces. And Jun Bufan and Ji Jiao? They're just 2 decoy pieces to mislead everyone. Conveniently, the chaos of the past 6,000 years in the demon realm served to cover up the 6 emperors' disappearance. They pushed all the blame onto Ji Jiao. Outsiders think she benefited from it, but in truth, she's the real scapegoat. Suddenly, a massive figure shot out from the brocade pouch. A furious voice bellowed, "Humph! Boy, who are you? Where is my son, Bufan? Speak! If you dare deceive me." On the key left to him by the Xianyang demon emperor to search for his whereabouts. But since he claims to have already given the key to Jun Bufan, then perhaps only he can obtain it. I don't have the world's origin power, so I'll use the myriad transformation demonic chi as a temporary substitute. Scene transition. A moment later, Gu Chang'e stepped out with a brocade pouch and said, "This is what I wanted to give you." Then, he handed the pouch to Jun Bufan. Bai Lianer asked, "What's inside?" Gu Chang'e looked surprised and said, "I don't know. I can't even open it. Do you think I'd lie to Miss Lianer about something like this? We're on the same boat now." Bai Lianer sighed helplessly and said, "Humph, you really are." With that, she turned and left. Just then, Luoshan ran over and reported, "Gu Chang'e, the tea is ready." Gu Chang'e turned his head and said, suddenly, "I don't feel like drinking anymore. I'll find someone who enjoys laughing to share it with." Scene transition. Arriving at the Pacification King's mansion. Inside the mansion, a woman dressed in cyan robes spoke, "Young Master Chang'e, what do you think?" Gu Chang'e replied, "I never expected that coming to the demon realm, I would get to witness Miss Jun Jiao's tea ceremony skills. This trip was definitely worth it." Jun Jiao blushed deeply, overjoyed. "Really? If young Master Chang'e likes it, I can prepare tea for you every day. If you have time, you should visit often." Gu Chang'e squinted and smiled, "Of course, I like it." However, Gu Chang'e thought to himself, judging from Jun Jiao's fate, Jun Fan must care a lot about this elder sister of his. But Jun Jiao took it seriously, her heart bursting with happiness. "Oh my God, the flawless young Master Chang'e is actually sitting in front of me discussing tea. I have a chance. He he he." Meanwhile, Gu Chang'e smiled meaningfully and thought, "Now, how should I use this chess piece?" Scene transition. Arriving at Empress Ji Jiao's bedchamber. A maid stepped forward and reported, "Your Majesty, all those who needed to be dealt with have been taken care of." Ji Jiao asked, "What has young Master Chang'e been doing these past few days?" The maid replied, "Your Majesty, young Master Chang'e has been frequently visiting the Pacification King's mansion these past few days." Ji Jiao was surprised. The Pacification King's mansion. Didn't the Pacification King leave a few days ago? What is he doing there? The maid hesitated for a moment before saying, he went to see the king's second daughter, Miss Jun Jiao. Your Majesty, if I may be bold, isn't young Master Chang'e on your side? Another maid also chimed in, yes, could he have taken a liking to Miss Jun Jiao? Before she could finish speaking, a familiar hand rested on her shoulder. Gu Chang'e appeared with his signature wicked smile, grinning as he said, you two are too gossipy. I was just there for tea. Blame your empress for always avoiding me lately. Ji Jiao immediately ordered, leave us. Then she turned to Gu Chang'e and said, I've been busy lately. Gu Chang'e stepped forward and said, I understand that Her Majesty is busy with state affairs. But if you won't come to me, I have no choice but to come to you. As he spoke, the young man naturally wrapped an arm around Ji Jiao's shoulder, playing his role to perfection. He declared loudly, let me see, the Demon City's magistrate abused his power, oppressed the people, and embezzled 90,000 gold treasures. His entire clan should be executed. I hate corruption the most. Ji Jiao turned to ask, why did you come to see me? Gu Chang'e smiled and said, of course, to help you solve your problems. Ji Jiao asked doubtfully, problems? Are you certain that Jun Fan is actually Jun Bufan? Seeing that Ji Jiao did not resist his closeness, Gu Chang'e leaned in further and replied, what does it matter if I'm sure? You are the empress. You can't rely on me for everything, you need to think for yourself too. Ji Jiao's face flushed red as she asked, if I already knew, why would I ask you? What did you say back then? You tricked me, took my body, and now you're ignoring me? Gu Chang'e responded, how can something mutual be called a trick? As for Jun Fan, the truth will be revealed soon. When the time comes, you'll know what to do. Afterward, the two fought 500 rounds, he wielding a massive hammer, she riding a warhorse. Meanwhile, far away, another group of riders was galloping, but they were not playing war, they were engaged in real battle. It was none other than the army led by the Pacification King, setting out to capture the Xianyang Demon Emperor's daughter, Jun Ruashi. The Pacification King bellowed, ahead lies the forbidden zone of life. Everyone, hold your positions and do not act rashly. Jun Bufan spoke, Father, are we really going to purge this place? The King of Chaos Suppression replied, of course. Her Majesty the Empress personally gave the order, and there's a high chance that Jun Bufan is hiding here. If we capture him, wouldn't our Jun family rise even further? Jun Bufan pondered, 6,000 years ago, my sister had already stepped into the quasi-supreme realm. Now, after 6,000 years, her strength must be enough to ensure her safety. I should go see her first. As soon as he finished speaking, the young man slammed the accelerator and rushed in, shouting, Father, I'll go ahead and scout the area to prevent an ambush on our army. The King of Chaos Suppression asked, do you need a unit to accompany you? Jun Bufan replied, no, moving alone is much more convenient. Scene change. Not long after, the young man had ventured deep inside. The place was eerie and frigid, seemingly devoid of life. Looking around, Jun Bufan muttered in confusion, has my sister really been living in a place like this all these years? Suddenly, a dazzling sword light shot toward him from behind at lightning speed. With his exceptional martial prowess, Jun Bufan easily deflected the long sword and shouted, who's there? The person who appeared was a tall and strikingly beautiful woman, Bai Lianer. She spoke, Jun Bufan, more than 6,000 years have passed, yet you haven't changed at all. Jun Bufan was shocked. You are Lianer. Bai Lianer remained expressionless and did not respond. Jun Bufan, however, ran forward excitedly, saying, it's you, I'm sure of it. Your aura is unique, it's really you. It's been so long. Why are you here? How did you recognize me? Just as he was about to embrace her, Bai Lianer shoved him away and coldly said, "How did I find you? That's something you should ask yourself. You dared to assassinate Ji Yao so openly, do you really think everyone is as naive as she is? And as for what you did to me back then, even if you were reduced to ashes, I would still recognize you." June Buffon was left speechless and could only murmur, "Lianer, I truly wronged you in the past. But after so many years, shouldn't we, Bai?" Lianer cut him off sharply, "Enough. We're not here to discuss the past. I came to find you because I need your help to rescue my father." June Buffon was stunned. "Uncle Bai Kun. He's fallen into Gu Changa's hands. Unless I overthrow Ji Yao's rule and become the new ruler of the demon realm, I won't have the strength to ascend to the celestial realm to save him." At this moment, June Buffon turned to Bai Lianer and said, "Lianer, I'll go back and take care of some matters first. You stay hidden here and wait for me." After saying this, the young man immediately activated his spiritual energy and swiftly departed. Bai Lianer thought, the jade pendant father left behind was indeed useful. Even Jun Ruashi didn't notice that I used the flowing shadow stone. Before the army returns, I need to have my clone deliver this to Gu Changa. The scene shifts. In the Grand Hall, the King of Chaos Suppression had returned and reported, "Your Majesty, I led my troops to search the forbidden zone of life for a long. The remnants of the 5 emperors? Isn't the pacifying Chaos Heavenly King one of your Majesty's most trusted aides? What exactly is going on?" Shi Jiao threw the flowing shadow stone to the ground and said loudly, "The evidence is irrefutable, see for yourselves. Jun Fan, the son of the pacifying Chaos Heavenly King." The Heavenly King was shocked. "This is the flowing shadow stone." The image began to play, showing Jun Buffon conversing with Jun Ruashi. Everyone could see it clearly. The Heavenly King was utterly stunned. It really is Jun Buffon. This is impossible. The crowd began whispering among themselves. No wonder Jun Ruashi suddenly disappeared in the forbidden zone of life. It seems. Jun Fan informed her. Jun Fan hid too well. The Heavenly King anxiously said, "Your Majesty, I knew nothing about this." Shi Jiao shouted, "Seize him. No one is to leak today's events. Anyone who does will be charged with treason and collusion with rebels." The scene shifted to Gu Changa's room. He said, "So, after your true self parted ways with Jun Buffon and Jun Ruashi, you went to search for the Gate of Death." Bai Lianer replied, "If you don't believe me, there's nothing I can do." Gu Changa chuckled. "Miss Lianer, you must be joking. How could I not believe you? But Jun Buffon will soon realize you betrayed him. I've already instructed Shi Jiao to issue a strict order barring the ministers from leaking this matter. We should be able to keep it secret for a while." Bai Lianer said, "Should I thank you for looking out for me?" Gu Changa replied, "No need for such formalities, Miss Lianer." Just then, Shi Jiao pushed the door open and said, "I've done as you asked. The pacifying Chaos Heavenly King and his entire clan have been imprisoned." Gu Changa gestured with his hand. "This is Miss Lianer." Shi Jiao gave her a glance and snorted coldly. "No need for introductions, I know her better than you do. Why have you made her work for you?" The two of them spoke simultaneously, one saying, "Of course, because this bastard used my father's life to threaten me," and the other saying, "Naturally, because Miss Lianer is intelligent and rational, unwilling to assist a tyrant." Sensing the awkward atmosphere, Gu Changa laughed brightly. "Miss Lianer is quite straightforward." Bai Lianer said, "Did you really think I would help you out of kindness?" Shi Jiao replied coldly, "Do you think I care about your kindness?" Sitting on the side, Gu Changa merely listened, feeling as though a fierce battle was about to erupt. Meanwhile, in the prison, the members of the royal residence were in a state of panic. "My lord, tell us this isn't true. How could Xiao Fan possibly be?" "Yes, father, how did this happen?" "My lord, please save us, father, How could Xiao